Let's have a look at what you get in the box of the board game Civilization. This is Sid Meier's Civilization. It's published by 2K Games. First of all, just a quick look at the outside of the box. You can see there, nice matte finish. You can see that cross hatching that's there, giving it that beautiful matte finish. And the artwork there is just glorious, showing the achievements of various civilizations that are there. Love the writing across the top there. Of course, that logo very synonymous with Sid Meier's Civilization, the game, the electronic game, the video game, if you like. Let's have a look at the top side of the box, and this on the side of the top, we see there the board game. It's for 2 to 4 players. It is a game of culture, politics, and warfare. Don't be fooled. There is going to be conflict in this game. Flipping around, we see a general there. Flipping around, we see some, I guess, a portrait of what most people would say would be Abraham Lincoln. Going on to this next side, we see a general, probably of some sort of Germanic army, and here possibly an Egyptian sort of queen type of figure going on there. So those are the sides. Let's look at the bottom of the box now. The bottom, you can see there that all those 6 people plus 4 people plus a couple of more that are pictured there on the underside. We see again there a little bit of blurb about the game, Sid Meier's Civilization, the board game, and some of the components we can see there, as well as the layout of the game as you would see it on your board gaming table. They're the contents. Again, you can pause that one and have a look at that. But that is what we're here for. We're going to actually look at the actual contents, not just seeing the writing about it. So opening it up, this is an open copy. That's why it is going to be a what's in the box rather than an unboxing. Nothing printed on the underside, which is why I have that there. So I'll put that off to one side like that. In fact, I might put it a bit further out of view. We have, first of all, we have a rule book, the rules of play, slightly glossy sort of rule book, A4 in size, of 32 pages. Quickly going through that again, just reminiscent of what we saw on the front cover. We see there a bit of an overview and object of the game, the components, and there are a lot of them. So we'll go through what we can quite quickly, but again, I do want to do it so that we see everything that is in the box. Going through, nice use of white space and artwork, diagrams, illustrations. There's the game setup, the diagram there. So that's quite good. There's a map set up by the number of players, 2, 3, or 4 players. So that'll be interesting to do. I haven't actually played this game myself. We have the player set up there, tech pyramids, the game turn overview, start of turn trade, city management, movement, and research. They seem to be the main turns as listed there. Keeping on going through there, there is quite a lot here, so it is going to be a more challenging game, not as easy, but like a lot of games, once you get to know them, it will become easier and simpler as you understand what is going on. There's a glossary of terms page here, just expanding on the terms they use. A few, not quite the second to last page either, but credits there. We have the flagship turn-based strategy game Return. So we've got Civilization 5, again reminiscent of, in fact this might actually be the video game. Yes, I think this is the video game actually, Civilization 5. And you can see there the date 2010, so that's how old this game is. Again, on the back, a bit of a summary sheet, summary of the tech card, icons and abilities that you can see there, and an index if you need to look up something rather quickly in the book. Okay, let's look what we see next, and we have here a board. Looks like it opens up, so I'm going to open it up. Black on one side, and on this side, I think this looks like sort of tech trees to me. But again, I haven't played the game, so I'm not certain. If you do know, maybe write in the comments would be good. Let's have a look at some of the artwork. It is that crosshatch sort of matte finish. I do like that as well, or linen finish actually, to be more precise, linen finish. You can see there some of the things that you'll encounter, workshops, iron ore, mine, a trading post, and a harbour, to name a few things. We have down the bottom the start, cultural event 1, so we'd be going in rounds, cultural event 2 and 3, as well as the culture victory that would be there. So that's a nice board game, nice thickness. Interestingly enough, it doesn't actually, it does actually overlap there. No, it doesn't. You know what I mean anyway. So it's not flush is what I mean to say with the end. You can see the way that opens up. So that just very interesting that they've done that. And they've decided to put the fold where it is, but obviously they've tried not to put the fold right on that wording there. Anyway, just that's a small aside. A bit of plastic, which I think that board was actually kept in. You can see that is the right size for that board. I got this second hand off of Facebook Marketplace, as I do a lot of my games these days just to save money. It is an expensive hobby. Fantasy Flight Games, speaking of which, all of their games in 2010 are listed here, and I dare say a lot of these still be around and quite popular. They are good games that Fantasy Flight produces. This is the Battles of Westeros, so it's a battle lore game from the Game of Thrones series. Tannhauser looks again military. Constantinopolis and Arkham Horror is definitely still around. I've heard of that one. Haven't played it. So see, going through Lord of the Rings, the card game, Game of Thrones, the card game, Warhammer card game, Call of Cthulhu, more card games we get there. Coming to the end of this little book, and I am just showing you obviously because it is here, so you want to know maybe some other games or again what's in the box. So I go through it all quite thoroughly here. Let's have a look at some of these components. So here we have maybe some player cards, I think. Points dial there that you rotate on the outside and also on the inside, so that is interesting. Here we have the Chinese with despotism. We have the Germans also with despotism. The Egyptian, despotism again. The Romans, which are a republic. We get the Russians showing communism, and the Americans also starting off with despotism there. We have a few cards here, and these cards are backed with some characters from history, as we saw on the back cover, and there are 6 of them, so I've seen all of those. Let's have a look at the other side. So these are just map tiles. So map tiles we see there. This one has that map on it. This one has that map. Good old Abe Lincoln has that map. This one, and finally the Roman tile looks like this. Okay, we've got what could be a first player marker. I'm not too sure of that one. It's something nice and round. Cardboard, strong, steady cardboard. Strong, sturdy cardboard, not steady. Some of these other tiles, let's look at these. So these all have the same back, which is, as you can see there, a compass point. So north facing up. These again all have the same back to it of a compass dial. I'll put north facing up. Let's flip all of those over, go through these so we can see what we get here. There's that one there. 2, 3, 4 interesting purple bits that are there, trees of some sort. 5, 6, and they're all divided into 4x4 squares. Another one. Got a river running through, so we'd have to match those up, I suspect, as best as possible. I don't know how we lay these tiles out to start off with. I see some boats up there. Bring that up close to see boats. And again, that linen finish that's on the card. Again, a nice, thick, sturdy card. Let's put those down to that side. I'll bring that lot down as well, because I know I'm going to need some room to put some more of this stuff back in the box at the end. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Let's see, turn summary. These must be player aids. So these are the player aids. They're all the same, identical. And I think they're going to be double-sided. Yep. So different information on this side. Production costs, upgraded units and buildings, and scouts. You can see there they are all the same. So those are the player aids. Put them down there. Now this is already being punched, as in it was a cardboard punch out of components, and these have been bagged in here. So let me open that up. Take out a few of these. So you can see a whole lot of square tiles, and they look like they will actually fit. If I go back to what we've just seen here, they look like they actually fit there. Look at that. In fact, that one looks like it could cover that one there. I don't know if that is the idea or whether you could cover the one next to it, but that definitely looks very similar to that one there. So maybe all of these have a matching tile. Again, not sure, just guessing there, but there are a lot of them. You can see there it's actually different on both sides, and I don't know what the reason is for that. You can see there that's another one of a similar type, has a similar back. I'll put those down there just for now. Now this isn't square, so that's going to be a different thing. That's got like a Napoleon figure, and again a compass on that side. Having a look at some more of these, flipping them over, we can see that there are a lot of different tiles here. And while I normally go through the cards, I don't normally go through all the tiles. It's just a bit harder to work with them in the hand. They get a bit fiddly. So just giving you a brief overview, a brief look at some of these little square tiles that we get in the game. And lots of them, like I said, very good quality card that's there. Take out just a couple more from here, because I can see a couple that have some corners chopped off. There's one there. That's the same on both sides, and another one with the corners chopped off there, and that's the same on both sides. We have these, which again looks slightly different to some that we've already looked at. They have symbols on them, and I don't know what the symbology means for those either. So there we go. I'm going to stop right there with those. You do get a decent amount. You can see them all in the bag there. Let's Ziploc that back up. I'm pretty sure the Ziploc bag doesn't come with the game. Now, again, I know that underneath now we have some hidden goodies. They've already been Ziploced. I saw them on the back of the game. You can see different color wagons and flags that are in there. Red, yellow, green, and blue. So I think they're going to be for one color for each player. You'll choose those. Let's have a look at now this lot. Some more punch outs. They are a lot smaller than those that I showed you just a while back. We've got some round ones, some other roundish ones, but they've been, I don't know what to call that, like there's divots being cut out into them also. Some really tiny ones there, almost coin-like. A couple of square ones here. They would be different to those that we saw before, but they're the same size. They've just got a plus 16. So something of worth there. That looks military-ish to me, those two as well. You can see those. Sorry about the glare and in the light. We have a hut there and an anvil. So just going through a few of them so you can sort of see the variety that is there. Okay, cards, all important cards. Games often have cards. This is no exception here in Civilization, the board game. If I can open this up, Ziploc bagged. I'll pull these out. So these look like sort of military-ish cards that have points of value on them. If I just go through them, I've got two of those there, and the rest of them look like they all have the same back. So what I'll do is I'll just look at these two different cards on the back here. You can see that side, so they're counters of some sort. 10, 12, 14, 16. If I flip this one, we've actually got 2, 4, 6, and 8. And flipping that one, we have the remaining numbers that fill the gaps. So that's those two cards. Flipping those over now, we have, again, yes, they are very military-ish. Spearmen, moving up to pikemen, to riflemen, to modern infantry. 1, 2, 3, and a value of 4, I believe. So we have this one, spearmen, 1, 2, 3 of those. Spearmen starting at 2 instead of 1, like that one there. So starting at 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. It's now spearmen starting at 3, 1, 2, 3 of those. Looking at archers, so ranged attack, we've got archer, catapult, cannon, and mobile artillery. The ones, starting at the 1 archer, we've got 1, 2 of those. The 2 archers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those. The 3 archers, we have 1, 2, 3 of those. The horseman goes to knight, to cavalry, to tank. We have, starting at the 1 horseman, we have 1, 2, 3 of those. Starting at the 2 horsemen now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those. The 3 horsemen, 1, 2, 3 of those. We now have aircraft, much superior. I think that's the strength value, I don't know, but they're all 5 there. So we have 1, 2 of those. All 6, we have 1, 2, 3 of those. Starting at all 7, 1 of those. Oh, another 5 and another 7 is in there as well. Okay, that's good to see those. Let's have a look at these small cards. So open this one up. So we have what looks like level 5 tech cards, level 4 there as well. Slightly different colors on the backs. Again, that is just very interesting to see. We've got the green down the side there and blue down the side there. Just one level 5. I'll turn those over in a moment. Just looking at the backs, we've got green, red, blue. I wonder if these go to each player or whether the back color is irrelevant in a sense. To me, I'd probably suspect they could be going to each player, but I don't know. Turning on, let's go see what we get. We get, so 5, level 4, lots of level 4 cards, level 3 cards. I suspect the packs still in the box have level 2 and 1 here. Yep, there's 2 there. We'll look at those in a moment. Flipping these over, we can see the advancements, I'm going to call them. And we can see level 3 there. And if I turn that over, sure enough, level 3. So we have here banking. We have 1 of those, 2 of those, 3, 4 of those. So matching colors on the back, that makes sense that there'd be 1 for each player. I suspect we're going to get 4 of each of these others. We have biology, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Communism, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they're all identical. Gunpowder, 2, 3, 4. Metal casting, 1, 2, 3, 4. Military science, 1, 2, 3, 4. Railroad, 1, 2, 3. Might be missing one, or maybe I just accidentally. No, 1, 2. No, we do have 4. That's good, not going mad. I'm going to put those down for now. We have steam power, still at the level 3. Steam power, 1, 2, 3, 4. Theology, 1, 2, 3, 4. Atomic theory, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're into the level 4 advancement cards. Now, ballistics, 1, 2, 3, 4. Combustion, 2, 3, 4. Computers, flight, mass media, replacement parts, or replaceable parts, sorry. And that was our level 5 card. We only get 1 of them, spaceflight, and obviously if you get this one, you immediately win the game with a tech victory. Okay, brilliant. So just put those back on top of each other, so they're still in order. Let's look at this lot of cards. So almost there at the moment in terms of seeing what's in the box of the board game Civilization. Flipping them over, we have level 2 cards. Again, just on the back, you can see the different colors, which again, I'm just going to say they denote for each of the players. Level 2 cards, level 1 cards. They're level 0. No, just level 1 and 2 here. Okay, so we have, in fact, I might just separate them into the 2s and the 1s. So there we go there. Let's have a look at the 2, seeing we're working backwards at the moment. We have chivalry. I think we know we're going to get 4 of those. Yep. Civil service. Construction. Democracy. Engineering. Irrigation. Mathematics. Monarchy. Printing press. And sailing. So there are level 2 cards. And finally our level 1 cards. Flip those over. Animal husbandry. code of laws, currency, horseback riding, masonry, metalworking, navigation, philosophy, pottery, and finally writing. Completes our level 1 cards. I put them on top. Okay, that's those. Now let's look at the last little cards you get here, so we can see what we get in the box. Taking them out, and they look like they have more levels. I'm going to say that's level 3 of something. Yep, level 2. You can see the difference in the backs. And level 1. There we go. Then we have some more different cards. Let's have a look at the backs of these. Again, I don't know what they are or they mean, so I'm going to put them just there, and we'll go through those in a moment. We have here, what do we have here? Okay, civilization starting traits. That's a starting setup. So I think everyone would get one of these cards. Yep, there are 4 of them. You can see there. And then on the reverse side, we've got that. So there, everyone gets one of those little player aids. Then we get these, so anarchy. Okay, they're double-sided. So we've got anarchy. I'll go through this way. Anarchy, communism, democracy, despotism, feudalism, fundamentalism, monarchy, republic. Flipping them over, excuse me. Despotism, feudalism, anarchy, monarchy, republic, communism, democracy, fundamentalism. So there you go. I'm not too sure how they're used. I assume you'd flip them over when you're converting from one to another. Okay, so we'll go through these before I forget about them. So again, I don't know what the back actually means there. We see a sort of Chinese or Asian palace. Going on this side, we have what looks like wonders actually. Stonehenge, the Oracle, the Colossus, the Hanging Gardens, United Nations, Panama Canal, Sydney Opera House, Statue of Liberty, the Louvre, Porcelain Tower, Himeji Samurai Castle, and Angkor Wat. And it looks like they have different points values down in the corner as well for victory points, no doubt. Okay, 3. Let's separate these into their little groups. So 3s, 2s, and 1s. So that's the 3s there. This is the 2s, and they finish up roughly there. So going through the 1s first of all, we get a gift from afar. 1, 2, 3 of those. Bread and circuses. 2 of those. Deflection. 2 of those. Disoriented. 1. Drought. 2. Exchange of ideas. 3. Sabotage. 2. The citizens are revolting. 1 of those. We love the despot day is 3 of those. Those are the level 1, whatever cards they are. Level 2s now. Flipping them over. We have a generous gift. 3 of those. Catastrophe. 1. Deforestation. 2. Jousting tourney. 2 of those. Knowledge shared. 3 of those. Lost. 1 of those. Mass deflection. 2. The citizens are revolting. 1 of those. And we love the Queen Day. 2 of those. Final lot now, as this what's in the box comes to a close. We get in the level 3s a princely gift. 2 of those. Disaster. 1. Out of position. 1. Primetime TV. 2 of those. Think tank. 2 of those. And we love the President Day. 1. And wholesome defection. 2 of those. So that completes what's in the box for Civilization, the board game. I'll get the top back over so you can see that as we close out. Thank you very much for joining me and having a look at what's in the box in this board game by of the video game by Sid Meier. Please, if you enjoyed this, you found it useful, I would also love it. Please also, if you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button at the very least. That will really help me. Thank you very much for doing that. And also share it with your friends as well if you think that they would like this, so they can see what's in this version of the box, Sid Meier's Civilization, the board game. Enjoy your gaming. My name is LeMonde, signing off. Thank you very much for joining me.